How do you feel about BBWs?
How do I feel about BBWs? I think that BBWs make the world round. You need to explain a little bit more. Because, you know, you got all these, like, skinny women around here. And, like, you know how, like, you get the magazines and, like, all the skinny women's are in it. And, like, you know what I'm saying? They, like, make everybody think that you're supposed to be skinny. But, you know, I think the skinny bitches, like, I don't know how they get skinny. Are they eating? Or are they, like, because you know how white women, they'll eat a whole bunch of food and they'll start throwing up so they can be skinny? But I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, why don't you just, like, you know, eat your food and, you know, be thick? I mean, that's like how it is today. You're supposed to be thick. I mean, don't nobody want no bones banging up against them. I mean, that's painful. That hurts.
Okay. Question number 2 is, what do you like the most about a big woman?
Now can I use vulgar language here, or am I just
Say whatever you want to
okay?
say.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I think one thing I like about BBWs, the best thing that I like about them, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is that you know what? When you get a big woman, you got big everything, and the pussy is like big and it's juicy. And I love me some juicy pussy. I mean, hands down, that's about the best thing you can have in the world. Yeah, juicy pussy.
So is that the only thing you like about big
No,
women?
it ain't the only thing. I mean, sure, that show is one of. I mean, you said the main thing, so I mean, that's like that's like one of those things that, man, you just think about that. I mean, you know, with skinny women, it's like, I mean, I can't. I mean, you know, I just can't do them. I mean, for me, I mean, maybe if I was a big dude and had a whole bunch of fat around me, I might be able to do the skinny women because maybe the bones wouldn't hurt me. But you know, me, I'm not. I mean, I'm not a real big guy, and like, you know, them bones be killing me, hurting me like to death.
Okay.
Okay.
Question number 3.
What do you think about the society with the big women and the skinny women?
I think that society is fucked up because they're making the big women think that there's something wrong with them because they big and that they need to be skinny. You know, they need to be a size 6 or size 7 or whatever the small size is the skinny women be wearing. So that, so that they can fit in. But, you know, really, in reality, I mean, if you go to church today and you look in the choir, you look in the congregation, majority of the women that you see are going to be, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to really be like, you know, they're going to be bigger women because, I mean, you know, you survive better. I mean, how do you survive being skinny? I mean, seriously. I mean, your body just like eats itself. I mean, you like.
I wonder that too. How y'all bitches survive being skinny and shit? I just want to know that myself. You got that's a good question.
I mean, they go around eating fruits and vegetables, and you know.
But you got to have fruits and vegetables to, you know.
But me, I like to eat.
But
for real.
Okay.
I eat steaks, you know what I'm saying, and baked potatoes, and you know what I'm saying. I like to eat. I don't look like it. Well, I'm trying to, you know, lose a little bit of weight, but you know, I'm eating. So
okay.
You know,
the next question I want to know is, why do you think men don't date big women, and why do you think some do like big women?
I think that the ones that don't date big women are dating the skinnier women for the perception of what other people are gonna look at them and say, "Oh, look at you! You got this dude. You a skinny. Oh, man, you doing it up, dog. You got man. She fine." But then you know the guy. I mean, the same guy. He ain't gonna date a big girl. Cause he's like, man, I can't be seen with you. And the guy that do date the one, you know, the big woman, he's gonna be like, well, shit. I already know when I get home, I'm finna go to sleep. She finna put me straight to sleep. And like the skinny woman, yeah, you gonna go to sleep, but you gonna be in pain. That's for sure.
Hell no. You got any more questions for him?
Okay. The next question is, if this is on the subject but a little sideways, if you had a choice to date a big woman that was ugly but she had a very good personality and everything like that, or if you had a choice of a fine woman that was like real, real skinny, but she made you look good, which one would you choose?
Well, automatically I would go with the bigger woman because, like I said, I don't like the skinny woman because of the pain issue, and
Is it the only reason why you don't like the skinny women because of the pain issue, or just...
That's like for me that's a major issue. Because it's not really about if the woman is big or small. To me, I think that in this time of my life, I think that intelligence is something that is very, very highly desired. You go around to the projects or wherever, and you find these women. God, they don't know shit. Seriously. And you can't even have a conversation with them. The only kind of conversation that you can have with them is, who was fighting who down there, and who was fighting who down there, and you know what I'm saying, who did this. I don't get into that shit. That's not me.
Okay.
I like to be able to have somebody that I can sit and talk about the stock market, and we can talk about something that actually means something.
Okay.
But anyway,
Next question is, how do you feel about plus size models?
I think that right now, plus size models are, especially with the Monique thing coming out, I think that plus size models are coming out, and I think that they're actually going to make more money in the future than the skinny bitches, because I think the skinny bitches, it's going to be like a fad, how they come and go. But I would hope that society would get the picture at some point and figure out that, hey, being big is not really a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It's a lot more pleasurable to you. If you go to Africa, my God, yeah, there's skinny women down there, but on certain parts. But in most of the parts of Africa, they would tell you that the bigger the woman is, the more right. So here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Here in America, our society has been so engineered that that we think that being small is the thing to do, and if you're not small, then you're a bad person, or that you don't exist. You shouldn't exist.
What would you say to the men out there? You know what I'm saying about big women that have never tried a big woman or dated or been with a big woman? What would you say to them?
I would say that if you are not in pain from, if you like your skinny woman, then by all means have at it, because that just means that it's more out there for me. Big woman that is, but to give you a little advice, I would say, don't knock it until you try it, really. Because my God, man, it's a lot out there. You just gotta experience.
Okay, how do you feel about big girls doing porn? Would you rather see a big girl doing porn or a skinny woman? What turns you on more?
I'm sorry, but when anybody in their right mind goes to the porno shop, the first thing that they're gonna look at is the box. And if you got a whole bunch of skinny bitches on the box, I'm not gonna buy it, because nobody wanna look at no bones and titties. Who wanna look at that shit for real? Me, I wanna, I wanna see some titties for real. That's just how if I'm gonna buy some porn, I wanna see some titties. I'm sorry.
And some thighs, some ass.
Yeah, some thighs and some ass.
What's the biggest woman you ever dated?
I met this one chick on MySpace.
Well, that you ever met.
I met this one chick on MySpace, and she was a cool chick. She was a big chick. But, how can I say this? It's one thing to be a big chick, but it's another thing to be a big chick with class. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be you can't
big,
just be
nasty.
big and sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nasty, house looking like a mess. Right. You know what I'm saying? Kids. That's just not attractive.
Amen.
You know,
That's really not.
that's not sexy at all,
No.
and that turned me off. You know what I'm saying? So,
But how
I
big
didn't.
was she?
Hmm?
You know how big she was?
I didn't
Ballpark.
wide load.
Like ballpark,
Tight.
like 4
Estimate.
Like 300.
You mean in pounds?
Yeah.
I'd say she was a big one. I think she hits Mr. Nasty Time.